Dave Hyde with Omar Kelly after a practice in the bubble. Lively spirited.
Very good, efficient day for both offense and defense had their moment. I think the offense trumped the defense. Jay Cutler had a lot of long bombs. I think there were at least three that I saw. One to Parker, one to Devontae, one to Steele. Jay Cutler's in his groove.
All right, there we go. We'll take it right there because where's Jay Cutler going to distribute the ball this year? Devontae Parker's going to take balls away from others, notably Jarvis Landry, if he has the season everybody expects. If he becomes a number one receiver that he was drafted to be, which he's looking like it in the summer and preseason. Landry talked about that today, asked right out.
Flat out by our own Chris Perkins, who no chill Perkins, asked Jarvis, are you bothered or uncomfortable by the fact that Jay Cutler clearly favors Devontae Parker?
He didn't say clear. He asked
he said, does it bother you that he favors Devontae Parker? And he said, everybody, if we do our roles and play our part, everybody is going to eat and get the ball, or to paraphrase his answer. And that's great to say politically, but how will you feel when you're not the top targeted player at midseason?
Well, if we're talking what's best for the Dolphins, it's not to target Jarvis Landry as much as he has been the first 3 years. He's catching too many balls. A lot of the balls are insurance blanket throws, right?
I call them blanket
if they're a real offense and you got a number one receiver, you go to him when he can make a big play.
So are you saying now that Jarvis Landry is not a number one receiver?
Yes, I've said that all along. He's not a number one receiver. A number one receiver gets downfield, makes dynamic plays. Jarvis Landry is a great slot receiver.
He doesn't make dynamic plays?
He makes out of the slot, not wide. He's not.
Why are you being picky? Is Julius Edelman a dynamic receiver?
I'm talking touchdowns. Talking touchdowns.
Well, touchdowns comes down to opportunity in the red zone. If you're in they are going to pay more.
Omar.
They're going to pay more attention to the slot receiver and to the tight end in the red zone, and they're going to force you to throw to the boundaries.
Well,
unless you scheme it up.
Let's put it this way: Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry, same number of catches, 288 through 3 years, right?
They're two different types of players and put in two different roles
and positions. Exactly, they're two different types of players. One is the dynamic, big play threat, and Jarvis Landry is a dynamic slot receiver.
So he doesn't give you big plays?
He gives you first downs.
Does he give you big plays or not?
What define big play?
I remember seeing some 30, 40-yard run-after catches.
If you're going to define a number one receiver, he's getting in the end zone a lot. He's getting those big plays, 30, 40, downfield throws, going up and taking them from people.
How many has Devontae Parker scored?
13 in 3 years. 288 catches.
Devontae Parker.
Or Devontae Parker, excuse me. Well, he hasn't done it. That's the big topic.
Okay.
That's the big topic of conversation with Devontae Parker. Can he elevate himself to a number one receiver this year? Can he be that guy? He's shown he can do it in preseason. Let's see him do it in a regular season. I agree. Can he take the next step?
Everybody is going to eat. I understand that. The offense is designed around everybody being involved so that no one guy is favored and the quarterback gets to throw the open man. We're really talking about, who's going to get the least amount of attention? I mean, Kenny still scored more touchdowns than anybody because he got the least amount of attention.
Right.
I personally think if you take less attention off Jarvis Landry and maybe it goes to Devontae Parker, the offense will work better and be more efficient.
It should, absolutely. It should be a much better offense. Bill Belichick went and shut down Jarvis Landry, right? Took him out of games because he didn't respect Devontae Parker as much, or Kenny Stills, or the tight end. Now, if they have a functioning downfield threat in Parker and a great underneath threat in Jarvis Landry, that, as I said at the start, is much better for the offense.
Very, very well put.
But if you're Jarvis Landry, you're wondering how I'm getting paid, right? That's what everybody wonders about.
Somebody's going to pay him. It might not be the Dolphins.
And that's the dilemma for the Dolphins, right?
That's correct.